right. Looks like we're streaming. So, this is just a impromptu stream here. I'm just kind of still playing with this, getting used to it. I am in need of some assets, though, in particular, a kind of countdown for when I do go on a scheduled stream. So, what I'm looking at here is using After Effects to create just a little countdown video I can play. And I thought about 3 minutes is going to make some sense when we get in here. But we'll see how it goes. So I've already set up a little piece of text here, and it's got just a small expression just to do a countdown of the text. And you can find all sorts of little expression snippets to use this online. Of course, we're going to have to extend this. By default, it's 30 seconds here, so it only counts from 3 minutes to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So first thing I'm going to do is go into my composition settings in After Effects. And let's make this an actual 3-minute countdown. And maybe we'll give it a little bit of a extra bit there, just in case. Might want to play with that some more. And now we should be able to extend that text. And there we go. So it does go past the 3 minutes, 30 seconds, but we can have something else pop up when we hit the 0 mark here. Let's just switch this around a little bit. Yeah. All right. Actually, I might even start with a little bit of empty space there before we even get into it. I don't know. But that looks pretty good for now. It's a good start. I'm going to save it. Make sure to do a Command or Control S every time we do stuff here. And let's see. I do have a little background texture I want to bring in to use with this as well. I've already got it in my bin up here, but I'm going to bring it down into my timeline. So now we're looking a little bit better. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background. I want to do some kind of subtle thing, like maybe just scale it up across the 3 minutes or scale it back or whatever we might want to do. But for now, I got to change this font here because I don't know. Jensen, I like Jensen for a lot of things. This is the Adobe Jensen font, but it's not that good for what I'm trying to do right now. I usually use it a lot for like, text, for body text inside of documents and things like that. Museo Sounds is often very nice for stuff like this. Very clean. And I'm using a bunch of Adobe fonts here. I use Peachy Keen for so much stuff that I'm starting to get kind of tired of it, which is sad. Greeny Beanie's kind of fun. We're going to get a lot of jerking around, though, with this one. So I'm not sure if that's exactly what I want to have happen. But it's okay. It's pretty good. The best thing to do for any kind of dynamic font, of course, is to use like a fixed width font. But, a lot of those are not the nicest looking things in the world. Here's a monospace font right here. But again, it's not going to shift around because it's a fixed width for each character, but it's not the look I want. I could always go to Adobe Fonts and choose something else, but I don't know. I'm sure I can find something here that's going to work. No, not that. See, in something like this too, I want the semicolon to pretty much be in line with everything else. I don't think it looks all that great. If it's not, a lot of these aren't. Let's take off my filter here so I can see some additional fonts that I have installed on this system. And, it's funny, you can take like all day looking at fonts. That one's not bad. Yeah, still we got a lot of shifting going on there. Oops. So maybe let's actually go to Adobe Fonts. Try to find something. All right. So I want to get, let's see, something pretty clean probably. But you know, this is weird. So these are new. These are pretty new, those on the side there. The tags. I want to go down to classification. I don't want to filter by mono. So I only want monospace fonts for this. Sample text, let's go ahead and do 1 minute, 37 seconds. And we'll find something here that works. This one's not too bad. It's, I don't know. So I'm just going to pull some of these up in additional tabs in my browser. Actually, this one here has some style to it, even though it's a monospace font. Let's go ahead and grab this one here. I'm going to do proportional black. Maybe have a little backup as well. All right, that should be good. All right, let's go back in here. Oh, looks like my fonts are updating. So we're going through here. So, gotta wait a moment. There we go. All right, filter again by Adobe Fonts. Now I get to try to remember the names of the fonts that I chose. Here's one of them. That's not too bad. The other one was Array, something Array. There we go. Array proportional. I don't know if I like that one that much. But you can see it is, we don't get that shift anymore, right? So that is good. You know, I bet I can save this. This is good enough, and I can apply some kind of effects to this text probably to make it even better. It just looks weird right now. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go make sure all this stuff is okay. And oops. Let's go ahead and look at our text options. Change the color a little bit. I could also, of course, change the blend mode here of my text, which can make it pretty good. I always like dissolve because it gives that little fuzzy edge to everything, but not going to quite work here. It's kind of fun. Actually, I might be able to do something with that if, let's see, overlay or soft light. Soft light's a little bit more pronounced. I keep clicking that wrong one. Red light, linear, vivid. Vivid's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. If I change this, values here, it should influence. All right. Let's keep it like that. And I do kind of like that kind of old grungy look for stuff. You can see in my texture here, I've definitely got stuff going on like that. And this will just work with that. So I've got my countdown. And what else do I want to do? I probably want to just have a note here. So I'll use some more text. That's my type tool. Just down below. And of course, that didn't fit in there at all. Let's pull that down. There we go. I want to use a different font for this. Let's go ahead and use Adobe Jensen, because that's what I was looking at in the first place. That's going to work out pretty good for that. Oops, did not mean to do that. I always have that trouble in After Effects with the text tool. Whenever I click off, I'm always creating new pieces of text when I don't necessarily mean to. Let's go ahead with that background. Now, I gotta think if I want to have it sort of subtly zoom in or zoom out. I think zoom in. So we're gonna have it something like this. Let's twirl down that transform, not opacity. We're gonna do scale. And just preserve that keyframe right there. And over here, we're just gonna bring that up a little bit so that when we go through, see that's it's a little too subtle because I'm not actually getting any perceptual movement of my scale here. Let's bring it up a bit more. Make sure that's 100. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, that's super subtle. Maybe I could change the position as well. So let's jump to that last keyframe. I'll set my position, jump to the first keyframe, and let's switch that up a little. So we got X and Y. Maybe I want to start it like this. It's so super subtle. Hey, Lisa. Hey. Oh, gosh. Jamanique? Am I saying that right? Welcome. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, 3 minutes, maybe a 1 minute countdown, but I don't like 1 minute. You know, it just seems too quick. So 3 minutes sounds good. I mean, that's enough time to kind of, you know, get everything ready, get composed, start things out. But yeah, 3 minutes with this sort of subtlety. I don't know, it's kind of cool. You don't even notice that it's really happening, I suppose, until it's there, right? Awesome. Uh-oh. Oh, Dropbox. Yeah, that's one of the problems of... So I work between, like, I've got a Windows machine, which I'm working on right here, and I've got a MacBook Pro. And I actually started this a little bit on my MacBook, and then I moved it over to here, just 'cause it's a little easier to stream from this machine. And but problems happen with Dropbox because files get locked and it gets angry and stuff. So you got to be careful. I probably should have moved it into another folder first. It's like so subtle. I could though. I hear After Effects has a lot of effects, right? So maybe some kind of blur type effect that I could do to the starting soon. And actually, I don't want that to come up right away either. So I could always just shift that over a little bit each way. And then just have it up there for a bit of time and just sort of have that kind of move on out as we do things. So maybe, let's see here. Get some blur going on. Just a nice, fast Gaussian blur. And let's see. Yeah, I need it more than 100 for sure. "45 seconds. Take that back. Oh, I didn't have my stopwatch on. So that's not going to help us with anything. Let's turn that on first. Go to 45, and take that down. It's like so subtle. It's way too subtle. Actually, I think one thing that's happening here is I've just got it yanked up so far. Oh, hey, Matthias. How you doing? Oh, hey, Ryan. Oh, really? Cool. What's new? So I am... Yeah, I just figured get on, and I was working on this stuff anyway. So I thought I could pop on and just kind of share what I was working at. Let's see. Let's just do 50. Take care of that opacity as well, maybe. And let's zoom in. And my transform, opacity. Take that, oops, that's not opacity. Take that down to 0. And maybe somewhere around there. Yeah, so my idea is just to have this kind of like come in and go out bit by bit. The whole thing is like, it's like way too subtle. So I might have to just play with this later on. This is good though. This is sort of like brainstorming. It's given me some thoughts around how to do it at least, even if I don't, finish it here. It's at least fun to work on. And like with After Effects, I find myself sort of constantly going like back and forth on some of this stuff. Just again and again and again. Just because there's so many different things to tweak. Maybe I'll keep it a little blurry there. Dancing dissolve. That's kind of fun. That at least gives it a little bit of a little something going on beyond the general, just overall subtlety of the whole thing. Actually, that's pretty neat. I mean, it almost looks like a particle generator. Wow. So that gives me some ideas for sure. Let's go ahead and copy that keyframe right there. Pop it over here. Boop. And just shift some of these things around a bit. See, it's like too much though. I like the dancing, but it's too much. I really like blend modes. I use blend modes so much in Photoshop and inside of After Effects like this. It's fun stuff. But sometimes it's hard to find something that really works. You know, maybe I should just go for red like that since everything else is red. That sharp red like this. Well, I feel a little bit better about how this is coming together. And part of working with blurs in After Effects too is I always wonder if I should be using a different blur, like a directional blur or something like that. I always use both, right? Ooh, actually, that's pretty cool. You can tell, of course, I'm doing this with like absolutely no no real plan here. Just goofing around in After Effects. So yeah, let's take that Gaussian blur, let's take that off. Oops, I just killed everything. Didn't mean to do that. Just want to take the effect off. Oh, it already is off. Okay, cool. So the blur length, let's pull that. Let's just make it a straight 200. And all right. So we got a directional blur. I'm going to need to set a keyframe. Probably just for the blur direction, or the blur length rather. And have it somewhere around here. Might as well be precise and use the little keyframe jumpies there. I don't think keyframe jumpies are actually the official name of these little arrows. And if they are, they should definitely be changed. All right, so you can definitely tell that's pretty nice. I like that directional blur. It just kind of like comes together, you know? And it goes back out. Okay, so that's cool. That's like something that I want to have happen. But I do want, gosh, I do want this to stop for a little bit though. And it goes by a little too fast as well, so. I'm just gonna keep copying. Well, I guess I don't need to do that. The Gaussian blur ain't exactly what I want. So I'm just gonna copy this guy, pop him right there. Let's see if that gives us enough time. All right, that's better. And then it goes out again. Very cool. All right, I like that. So we got full and stop. So I can grab these three and just go off somewhere. Let's see. Let's just pop them in every once in a while, here and there. Oh, actually, it stops right there, doesn't it? There we go. So. Yeah, this might not be the most engaging process here, simply because it is a very slow burn kind of thing, but I'm having fun with it, so not bad. I wonder if I should. You know, I could change the direction on some of these things too. Let's see. Starts off there. Let me go here. So yeah, let's do it. Let's change the direction. Just put some keyframes in there. And just pop that direction. He's good. And start. Pop it this way. So now it starts off there. And just kind of, yeah, actually, God, I don't like that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Let's just get rid of that altogether. Keep it like it was. That was just too weird. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I might do this for a few more minutes, and since this is something unscheduled, just pop it off and continue later on while I can think about it a little. Give it some time to just kind of gel. One thing I do need to do though, actually, let's get rid of this Gaussian blur. I'm confident enough with my directional blur that I'm going to completely blow away that Gaussian blur. And what I'm going to do is, let's just actually duplicate this. And we'll change it from starting soon to something else. Towards the end here. So the idea being, we got the timer starting soon. And then when we get really close, I'll have it say something else. All right. Anyway, I'm going to stop for now. So thanks, everyone.